Namaste, yogis. Welcome to your Friday Flow. I'm Carter, and today's practice is about finding our center or finding our balance. Let's get to our mat. All right, yogis, let's come to the front of our mat. Separate your feet a little bit wider than the hips. Roll your heels out so the outside of the feet are parallel to the long edge of your mat. Take your forearms to your thighs just above your knees, and then you're just going to sway a little bit from side to side. One of the things that I like to do in practice when we're trying to find, when we're out of sorts, balance, or through the mind, or whatever we're finding difficulty in, I like to move one side of the body onto the other side. So some twists and some stacking of the hips and stacking of the arms. So let's try that today. So let's take our right hand down to the floor right below our nose. Bend your right knee a little bit, and then twist and open reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. From here, bend your left elbow, take the back of the hand towards the lower back. And if you can get it around your right hip bone, see if you can try that. If you need to, bend your knees a little bit more. Take your right arm, slide it between your legs, and then take that crease of your right elbow around the crease of your right knee and search for the left fingers. If you need to, bend your knees a lot to see if you can get down there. Now, if you can't get down there, keep the hand down and the left hand behind the back. But this crossing of the body gives the right side, left side of the brain a chance to communicate. One big inhale, you can try to straighten your knees if you want to get that sensation in the hamstrings, but not necessary. We're just thinking about movement, cross body. Exhale, let it go, hands down, tuck your chin, sway the hips, come up halfway, and again, let's take the forearms towards the thighs, kind of like a neutral position, and then you're going to sway a little bit from side to side here. So we're going to do the same thing. You'll get a chance to see what it looks like in a bind on this side if you need to. So bend your knees enough to get the left hand down. It could be fingertips or it could be palm. And then bend the left knee more. That'll help you twist. And then the right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. So this right hand's going to come towards either the lower back, where you can slide like in the waistband, or around the left hip bone. Maybe you can grab the top of the left thigh. And then you can take this left arm between the legs, and then take the crease of the elbow behind the crease of the left knee and search for the fingers. And if you can grab it, you can slowly start to straighten the knees as you draw that right shoulder, right elbow back. So this is a little bit of playing that goes involved in this. Not to worry too much if you can't get it. Don't worry about it. Just keep the hand down. On the exhalation, let it all go. Tuck the chin, release the head. Sway the hips from side to side. Heel toe your feet a little bit together so the ankles are right underneath the hips. Come up halfway. Now flatten your back, lift your chin, lift your chest. And then exhale, just fold forward. Tuck the chin. Inhale, slowly come all the way up to standing. Arms reach up, lift the gaze. Take your right hand, grab your left wrist, exhale, side bend to the right. Stay here for a moment. Let's take the right hand and rest it on the right hip. And we're going to press a little bit to get some extension through the left ribs. And then we're just going to take this right hand, we're going to slide it behind the back. Again, maybe around the left hip bone if you can get there. And you're going to look underneath your right shoulder and you're going to twist to the right. So draw this right shoulder, right elbow back. Your gaze is underneath the right shoulder towards the left heel. Now let's take this left elbow, bend it so you can cradle the head, and then you're going to squeeze shoulder blades together. You're going to keep lifting the left elbow towards the ceiling for the side bend, and you're going to keep drawing the right shoulder back. So a whole lot going on here. You got a twist, you got a side bend, you got a little bit of opening of the heart, and you got hands on other side of the body, so the brain again is chatting with one another. And then bring yourself back to center. Reach your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Let's do the other side. So take your time. Left hand grabs right wrist. A little bit like Twister, all these movements. Exhale, side bend to the left. Ease into that first. Get a sense of your right ribs. And you're pulling and you're extending and you're finding some length there. And then drop your left arm. Take the left hand to the left hip. This is a little bit like for some support. And you're going to press a little. And then take your left hand behind the back as far as you are comfortable. Look underneath the left shoulder. Start to draw the left elbow back as you twist. So underneath that left shoulder, looking for the right heel. And then you're going to take that right elbow, you're going to bend it, you're going to cradle the head. You're going to squeeze shoulder blades together. Keep the twist to the left. And keep lifting your right elbow up and over. So a lot going on here. One more breath. And then inhale back to center, arms reach up, lift the gaze, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Okay, we're going to do some more crossing. Take your right foot, bring it behind your left foot, so it's kind of like the pinky toes are touching. You're going to keep your hips square, and you're going to squeeze your legs together. That'll give you some balance. And then once you're here, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Now, this is going to really show up quickly in the right hamstring. So if you're really tight and you're kind of like hands are dangling, they can just kind of rest on the thigh. Got no problem. Or maybe the arms just dangle. If you have the flexibility, maybe you can get a little bit closer to the floor. I'm right at the edge here, my fingertips, my right hamstring, quite tight. We'll see what happens on the other side. If you need a little bit more, you can twist a little to the left. Oh, that's a doozy. Right hip is lifting, right knee is straightening, sensations back of the right leg, maybe through the right glute or lower back. Back to center, keep squeezing the legs together, slowly come all the way up. It is a balanced posture, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center, unfold the legs. Woo, give a little shake. Nice, let's do the other side. Left foot behind right foot. Pinky toes kind of squeezing towards one another. Squeeze the legs, make sure the hips are square. Sometimes when we do this, we get all funky. So once you're here, arms reach up. Think long spine. Exhale, fold forward. So keep in mind, right side, left side may be different. So take your time. Either hands to the thigh, hands to the shin, hands to the floor. Whew, this side's way tighter for me. Another breath, and if you need more, hands walk to the right. I can't get that far at all because this left hamstring is saying, don't do that. Another breath. When you stack the legs like this, it's like forcing us to keep the back knee straight, which gets us really intense. So what we're trying to be careful of is a lot of rounding through the spine. So if you're rounding a lot through the spine, keep the hands a little higher. Inhale, keep squeezing the legs. Come on up. No rush. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Unfold the legs. Woo, shake it out. All right, let's bend and straighten the knees a few times. And then we're going to bring the weight to the left foot. We're going to come onto the right toes, and we're going to take this right shin, and we're going to stack it on the left thigh. Hips sink down. You can either take the hands to the right knee and right ankle, or you can take the hands to heart center. You could also hinge a little bit at the waist, so you can bring the hands to the shin or the floor. And if you're feeling super ambitious today, take your right elbow into the instep or the arch of the right foot. Stack the hands, wrists, and elbows. Another breath. There is movement within effort. Slowly come on up and unwind it, shake it all out. Meaning that give it a shot. If you fall out, you come back in. If you can't get there, that's okay. You find what you can do. Bend and straighten the knees. Bring the weight to your right foot. Come onto your left toes. Take that left shin. Stack it on the right shin. If there's ever any issue with the knee, flex the foot to ignite the muscles around the knee. Maybe this is it, right? You can stay right here. If you sink lower, hands come to heart center, or you can rest the hands on that left leg. You can bring the hands to the shin or the floor, and you'll feel it in that left hip. And if you want to do that twist, left elbow into the arch of the left foot, stack the hands, wrists, and elbows, and maybe bring the thumbs towards the heart as you twist. Another breath. Slowly bring yourself on up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Left foot comes down. Shake it all out. A little wag of the tail. All right, let's move a little bit now. So come to the front of your mat, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Tuck the chin, release the head, soften. Inhale, halfway, flatten and lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees. Plant your hands, right foot steps back. Right hand stays down. Twist and open left arm reaches up. Lift the torso, keep the twist. Left hand behind the back, right arm reaches up and over that right ear. Sink a little bit more into that left knee. And we're just going to come back into crescent. So just square the hips, reach your arms up. Lift your gaze. Nice. Swivel your back foot, ground down, and open up the arms. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Right hand on the hip. Left arm reaches up and over. Let's take the awareness to this right hand on this crease of the right hip. I want to give a little massage of that right hip, and we're going to press into it as we bend the left knee. So you can start to bring your awareness to that right groin. And then take your left forearm to your left knee or thigh. Reach your right arm up and over, extended side angle. This may be perfect. I'm going to give you another option for a bind so we can cross the body again. So let's take this top hand, bend the elbow so the hand comes towards the lower back, and then take this left hand down. Now, if you drop the left hand and you drop the shoulder, you may not be able to get into the bind, so bring the elbow back up. But if you can keep that right shoulder back, you can take the crease of the elbow underneath the knee, and you can search for the right fingers for the bind. So again, you're crossing body. Any option here, you can bend and straighten that left knee. One more deep full breath wherever you are. Nice. Exhale, let it go. Hands around that left foot. Let's come into pigeon. So left shin comes down. Drop your right knee, point your right toes. Before we come down, let's lengthen through torso. Since we're crossing body, let's walk the hands to the left. Drop your right hip bone. And then bend your right knee, and with your left hand, reach back for that foot, ankle, or shin. Sensations, right quadricep, right hip flex, so you can drop it down and lengthen through torso. Exhale, let it go. Walk yourself back to center. Lower the elbows all the way down. Tuck the chin and soften. So this whole practice today is about when you're just not feeling balanced, and I'm talking about any balance, like maybe your body, maybe your coordination's a little off. It may be also energetically, like you're just maybe a little tired, a little fatigued. That gives us, we're a little off center. It also means emotionally, like you're just not feeling right. I had this feeling a couple days ago when I was just too scattered. I was trying to do too many things at the same time. And I couldn't get it back together until I practiced. And like a lot of physical movement of twisting and balancing and challenging yourself to do these kind of interesting poses. And it's at that point, like everything starts to hone back in towards the physical center. And once we start to actually bring the body back to physical center, doesn't mean that we have to be like rock solid, but the process of it allows the attention to move towards the body, which starts to kind of condense everything towards the spine. So it brings us physically, energetically, emotionally back towards the middle, where we're kind of like picking up the pieces that are scattered too far on one side or the other. All right, hands come underneath your shoulders, lift yourself on up, drop to your left hip, sweep this right leg around so the right foot comes all the way on the opposite side of the left thigh. So we're twisting again. So we're going to take this right hand to the floor, and we're going to take either the left hand to the right knee, the crease of the elbow around the knee, or we're going to take that left tricep over the thigh. Doesn't matter which one. Again, we're just moving one side to the other. I'm not even concerned about enormous amounts of sensation in body either. I'm more concerned about just getting one side on the other side. That's it. Big inhale, slow exhale. Back to center. Either keep your right knee stacked on top of left knee for Gomukhasana, or right shin on top of left shin for double pigeon, or right shin in front of left shin for cross-legged pose. And wherever you are, hang out there and lengthen through the torso. Right arm reaches towards the ceiling. Right elbow bends so the hand finds the base of the neck. Left hand slides towards the lower back and scoots up the spine. Now, if you can grab a hold of the fingers, great. If you want to get a hold of something and you can't grab the fingers, grab a blanket or a scarf or a belt, and you can use that. And lengthening through the torso, this may be perfect. But if you do need a little bit more through the shoulders or maybe the hips, hinge at the waist and come forward. So again, we got crossed legs, we got crossed arms, we're actually grabbing a hold of things, we're like moving from side to side, we're making sure that right side, left side is in good connection. And then inhale, come on up, unwind your arms, shake it out. Take the hands behind you, lean back, unfold the legs, bring your feet to the floor. Root down through your sit bones and come into boat pose. That could be hands to the backs of the knees as you lift the feet, or you can extend your arms. Knees can be bent or straight. You can move a little. You can twist, which is nice, crossing body. Right? One more deep, full breath. And when you're ready, take your right ankle over your left ankle. Roll over your feet, plant your hands. Step your feet back into the top of a push-up, and then roll through a variation of chaturanga, halfway down through up dog, or knees floor cobra. Eventually finding yourself into down dog, pedal feet and knees, wag your tail. And we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. So let's step our right foot forward. Keep our left hand down, twist and open, right arm reaches up. So dragonfly twist, get strong with the legs, lift yourself on up, keep the twist to the right. Right hand slides behind the back, left arm reaches up and over. Ooh. Big inhale, slow exhale. So we're not rushing it. All right. Exhale, hands down, swivel that back foot, twist and open, left arm reaches up, and then lift yourself on up, warrior two. All right, left hand comes onto that left hip, and we're going to sink low into that right knee as that right arm reaches up and over that right ear. So again, let's take our attention to this left hip and left hand. We're going to massage this area. This is hip flexor around the hip. And we're going to press, and as we sink low into the right knee, you're going to feel in that left groin. Big inhale, slow exhale. Awesome. Swim both hands down. Pigeon on the right side, chin comes down, drop the knee, point the toes. And again, before we come down, we're going to twist to the right, drop that left hip bone a little. And then that left knee bends. With the right hand, reach back, foot, ankle, or shin. Heel towards tailbone if you need it. Nice, let it go. Lower the elbows down, tuck the chin, and soften. Another tool for balancing is breath pattern. Inhalation, exhalation mirrors one another in depth and quality. Depth is obviously the amount or the length of the inhalation exhalation. So if you have 4-second inhalation, see if you can do 4-second exhalation. The quality of the breath is the sound you make on the inhalation exhalation. We call it ujjayi breathing or ocean-like breath. It sounds like this. Another pranayama practice that helps balance out the energetic pattern. Now, if you can't ujjayi breathe or you're just not familiar with it, then make a subtle sound in and out of the nose. All right. Slowly lift your torso on up, drop to your right hip, sweep this left leg all the way around. Left ankle on the outside of the right thigh. Lengthen through torso. Left hand to the floor. Right hand holds the knee or crease of the right elbow around the knee or right tricep over the thigh. Big inhale. Slow exhale. Tuck the chin. Relax the jaw. And then inhale, come back to center. Again, you got the 3 options for the seated pose. It could be Gomukhasana, which is knee on top of knee, or shin on top of shin, double pigeon, or left shin in front of right shin. So pick the one that's working. Maybe different than the other side. And then left arm reaches up. Left elbow bends, hand finds the base of the neck. Take the right hand towards the lower back and scoot that right arm up. And again, you may be able to grab one side and not the other. Use a scarf or belt if you need to. And you don't necessarily have to actually grab a hold. And you can always keep the hands just towards the spine, right? And then lengthen through torso as you get nice and tall. Exhaling, hinging at the waist until you find sensation that's working, and this could be the front of the right shoulder or maybe somewhere in the hips or lower back. Micro adjustment from side to side. Again, we're always looking for balance here. And when I say balance, I don't mean that we're not making our bodies symmetrical, because that's impossible. We're working towards harmony. And harmony is just a balance of energy and movement and body. Right? You may have an injury, you may be dominant on one side, so there is some fluctuation in the body. It's completely fine. Inhale, come on up. Oh, unwind your arms. Woo, that's a tough one for me. Roll your shoulders around. Shake out your hands. Roll back onto your hips. Unfold your legs. Let's come into another boat pose. 2 breaths here, whatever's working for you. And then cross your ankles. Take your left on top of your right. Roll over your feet. Plant your hands. Come into down dog. Pedal feet and knees. Wag your tail. And then walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold, tuck the chin. Inhale all the way up to standing, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, so we're working up this whole practice towards eagle because we got a lot of crossing here. So keeping everything in focus and in towards the midline. So let's take it slow. Press your left foot down. Bend your left knee. Take your right knee, stack it on top of the left. Now you got a couple options. You can take this right foot, you can bring it down to the floor. You can squeeze the ankles together, or if you have the flexibility, you can take the right foot and bring it around the left ankle. I can't get there. But once you're comfortable here, and you can bend the knees as much as you need to, you're going to take your right arm underneath your left arm. Right hand grabs left wrist or palm. If you can't get your hands effortlessly, you keep the hands to the shoulders. Elbows are up, shoulders are down. If you have the hands that draw away from the face. The tailbone tucks. For a lot of us, we're here with this big curvature. We're going to tuck the tailbone. We're going to sink in the chair and we're going to lift the elbows. Squeezing everything towards your midline, right? The spine. Hugging the legs towards one another, hugging the arms towards one another, drawing the belly up and in. And then nice and slowly, unwind it all and shake it out. Awesome. Take your time. Let's do the other side. Right foot roots down. Bend the right knee. You come onto the left toes for a moment. And then take the left knee, stack it. All right. You can even do this little manipulation. Foot comes down or maybe wraps around the ankle. Ribs and belly draw in. Left arm underneath right arm. Left hand grabs right wrist or palm. Tuck the tailbone, elbows up, shoulders down. Nice. Another breath. All right. Slowly unwind it all. Shake it all out. Nice work. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, walk, step, or float through any variation of movement, chaturanga or knees, floor, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Pedal feet and knees. Root down with your left hand. Take your right hand underneath towards your left arm. Little gaze underneath that left arm. Switch it. Left hand down. Right hand down. Left arm, left hand to right leg. Look underneath the arm. Sorry, I just put the microphone almost in my mouth. Left hand comes down. Come onto your toes. Bend your knees. Drop them, cross at the ankles. Let's do a little short shavasana. So he's got a few moments here. So let's find our way to our back. Swivel your palms up. Tuck your chin. Take a big inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Allow everything to soften as you surrender here for just a few moments. Part of balance is that we're not constantly doing the work, right? We need to find balance between working and resting and playing, making sure that not only are we physically, emotionally, energetically balanced, but our life is balanced as well. With the things that we do, our activities that we take on, the responsibilities that we have, and a moment to find the connection to our bodies and rest. You deserve it. Start to bring your awareness to your surroundings. Allow your breath to deepen. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Rock your head a little side to side. And gently bend the knees. Draw the thighs towards the belly chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Right arm reaches up over your head. Roll to your right side. A moment to be here now. There is no better place. Pressing your hands into the floor, bring yourself up into a comfortable seat. Take the left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly. Tuck the chin. Thank you guys so much for being here today in your practice. Namaste. Nice work, yogis. If you like this practice, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, please leave it in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to keep updated on all the latest practices. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. I love you. Peace.